He didn't do what he should have done. And that's okay. The majority of people that come here on a licensing didn't do what they were supposed to do. That's like a given. They don't go about blaming anybody. They just say, Your Honor, I didn't pay the ticket. Your Honor, I just didn't do it. I just didn't have the time to do it. I just didn't take whatever.
All right.
Just own it. Once you own it, then it becomes a whole lot easier just to move forward. Court calls case People versus Corey Harris.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So I'll just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Great. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
Is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct.
The hearing begins with the judge reviewing the case of Corey Harris, who was accused of driving without valid driving privileges. The judge quickly points out that Harris had been driving despite his status and questions why he would take that risk. Instead of making excuses, the judge emphasizes a simple lesson: mistakes happen, but people need to take responsibility for it.
Correct, Your Honor.
Hello?
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
Okay.
Court calls the case People versus Maya Isom.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender.
Court, Deion Webster Cox, appearing on behalf of Mr. Harris. How are you, Your Honor?
We will see.
We're good. We're good.
Mr. Brown, or somebody from the PD's office, because I did not get a substitution. I got an appearance.
Oh, I've got a substitution right here.
It's signed off on.
It is.
All right, then I don't need to address. I don't need
Thank
to
you.
address the public defender's motion to withdraw. I'll consider that withdrawn, given the substitution. I do have an appearance, and I will sign off on the substitution.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing today?
So, Your Honor, we were going to, there are several options that my client.
Well, and I want you to know, counsel, that
The judge explains that Harris had never actually held a Michigan driver's license. His driving privileges had previously been suspended, and although those privileges were later restored, Harris still had to complete the required steps. According to the court, he failed to do what was necessary, leaving him without a valid license when he was stopped.
because of certain things, the court has a number of things I have to say.
Okay,
Because I think the record, given particularly some of Mr. Harris's comments, with reference to this court potentially acting, what at least as I'm to understand is on what some may be, or is it, let's put it this way. People are saying, and quite frankly, your client has made the assertion that the Pittsfield Township, as well as this court, was acting on some type of defective or faulty information, which I will tell you, counsel, caused the court, given what the court did, to investigate what my ruling was. And I will tell you that that assertion is absolutely correct with reference to any faulty information that either came through to the Pittsfield Township Department of Public Safety or to this court ultimately at the May 15th hearing. And I think it needs to be stated, I've been asked for comments. I have refrained from comments, as is my normal practice is. This court with the pending case will speak on the record. And so I am going to make sure that the record is very, very clear as to what this court knows and what this court acted on May 15th. And we can start with this. And my basis for doing it is because of what was said about what this whole process was. And that an indication, counsel, and I know.
The judge then addresses claims that the police, court, or Secretary of State had provided incorrect information. After reviewing the records, the judge says the information available to everyone at the time was accurate. The problem, according to the court, was that Harris had failed to complete the required process. The judge makes it clear that the responsibility could not simply be shifted onto someone else.
Counsel, you've been before me before.
Absolutely.
I know it is not coming from you, but you also know how I am.
I do.
And the thing is that if for whatever reason, the one time in my life I was wrong, I will say it and did. But when I'm not wrong and when people are not to blame, then it also needs to be said. So I will try to get through this as quick as I possibly can. But I will tell you, first of all, with any reference to your client having had a license on that day, and some indication or misunderstanding as to whether or not he had a license. Let me make it very clear, based upon what the court looked at, he has never had a Michigan license, ever, and has never had a license in the other 49 states and commonwealths that form up this great union. He has never had a license. In point of fact, when they suspended his license, and what people don't understand, when they suspended his license in Saginaw, they don't suspend the license. They suspend the privilege to drive in this state. Hence, for example, if he had had a Kentucky license, he would be able to drive everywhere that Kentucky would allow him to drive. He just couldn't drive in Michigan because his privileges had been restricted. I know you know that, but that wasn't at all said. But it doesn't matter because he didn't have a license. Ever. There is also then, and I will, when it is necessary, come to the defense of my sister courts, and I will come to the defense of Saginaw. They got a great chief judge. Chief judge answered the question. But I will tell you, that court and its friend of the court did nothing wrong.
The judge delivers the key message of the hearing: accountability makes everything easier. He explains that many people come before the court after making mistakes, but instead of blaming others, they simply admit what happened and work toward fixing it. His advice is straightforward: own the mistake, follow the proper process, and focus on moving forward.